You have probably been to or at least heard of Houston's booming Asia town.
Yes, indeed. Rekha Mudaraj explains how the business model of a popular strip mall has helped small business owners, especially immigrants, achieve the American dream.
Afternoons, evenings, weekends. Good luck finding a parking spot at Dunhuang Plaza. Considered the heart of Houston's Asia town, the popular strip center sits just east of Beltway 8 on Bel Air Boulevard.
Yeah, we're the first one when the plaza was still under construction. King Crab.
Victoria Luo and her husband own Fufu restaurants, both locations located in this sprawling plaza. Their first restaurant opening in 2007.
It's a game changer for us, and it's a game changer for a lot of business owners, at least in the Chinese community.
The game changer she's referring to is how these are commercial condominiums. Instead of leasing a unit from a property owner, businesses can buy one.
Commercial real estate, you have to spend a lot of money. Not everyone can afford that, but individual units like this is technically like an investment of a house.
It's amazing.
Dakin Young brought his insurance business here in 2023 as soon as he was able to purchase a unit.
Very few people want to sell.
Well, this area has become a real hub for the Asian community. Young says when construction began in 2005, the complex struggled to attract tenants.
Original developers, they went almost bankruptcy. During that time, whoever bought the unit, they get a real good price. But right now, they double, triple the investment from that time.
From cafes to realtors, beauty services, and grocery stores.
For you, right?
Tenants like Susan Zhao, whose health clinic has been here since 2010, say her business is ingrained in the community thanks to the location.
When we come to here, we try to make our American dream. So we try to do some business for the community.
For Luo, that definition is very specific.
It means security. You either have to work or you either have to own business, but owning assets is make you feel safe.
A little more about Dunhuang Plaza. It has approximately 136 units over 3 buildings. Young says many businesses have bought more than one unit and combined them. Also, the popularity of this retail condo project has influenced other strip centers, the latest being the recently completed Katy Asian Town.
Very true, because you've been to the Katy one.
I was about to say I frequent both regularly. I do. Amazing establishments in both locations.
Mia helping the dreams come true for those folks.
New at 6 o'clock, the story of a woman who is a fighter in and out of the ring.
Yes, indeed. U.S. former mixed martial artist and Vietnamese-American Binh Na Nguyen. Zach Tautari spent time with her in the gym to learn how she's breaking barriers, writing her own rules, and hoping to inspire others to do the same.
Inside the ring, your body withstands a beating. But for Binh Nguyen, who's known as Killer Bee, every punch an expression of what's inside.
I had something to say. I needed this.
She's a former mixed martial artist who, in her retirement from the sport, has turned to boxing.
It sounds like that's easier on the body, but not as easy on the skill. Because you only have boxing, you have to really fine-tune these couple of moves.
But her story hardly begins at the bell. Nguyen immigrated to the U.S. as a child.
I'm really proud to say I'm one of the first Vietnamese female American fighters in the world.
She wouldn't start fighting, though, until she was in her 20s.
I just needed something.
A decision that she says was in some ways made.
Why did you even decide to get into self-defense?
At the hands of someone else.
So before I did self-defense, I was in a really abusive relationship for 6 years. I needed a community, I needed identity, I needed confidence.
Her outlet turned into opportunity.
What I didn't know was that women were getting paid to fight. Women were encouraged to fight, and people were looking up to them. So when I found that out, I jumped right into fighting.
And nearly a decade and a half later, she's built a career on never backing down.
With a little bit of experience and a whole lot of heart.
Now, Nguyen is representing something bigger than sport.
In Asian culture, women are taught to be quiet, make no noise, be submissive. And I am really happy to just give Asian women permission to be empowered.
As her journey comes full circle, May 25th at NRG Stadium.
I got the call to box in Houston, and I just could not pass it up. Houston is very special for me. I started here. I started that first self-defense class here.
Continuing to lend a voice
People think that there's something about me. There's nothing special about me.
to those who might be searching for their own.
Whatever you do, you have it in you. Everybody has a fight in them.
Fly like a butterfly
Live with audacity and just take up space.
and sting like a killer bee.
If I can make a little ripple in that and a little bit of effect, that would be enough for me.
Zach Tawatari, KHOU 11 Sports.
Beginning of Asian American and Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
To kick it off, Sherman Chow spent time with Houston Ballet's first Asian dancer and international dance star. She's sharing his remarkable story tonight.
Wow. Does this bring back any memories?
It does.
We met Lee Xuanxing at the Asia Society Museum to talk about memories. The unlikely ballet legend was born in a Chinese commune in bitter poverty.
I was the sixth of 7 peasant sons. My parents couldn't read or write.
From real life to the big screen, Lee's story was bigger than life. When he was 11, government officials toured schools looking for ballet talent. As the students sang Chairman Mao songs,
And as we sang, they look at our facial expressions and get some vague idea of our, physical body.
Lee, who knew nothing of the arts, made it through a grueling nationwide audition.
Out of millions of kids across China that year, they selected 44.
He was sent to train at the Beijing Ballet Academy, hundreds of miles from his family.
So for them, at least they got one less mouth to feed.
16 hours a day, 6 days a week for 7 years, until he won a scholarship to study at the Houston Ballet.
Welcome to Houston, home of the Oilers.
He was stunned to find Americans did not live in poverty and darkness.
You were totally brainwashed.
Then in 1981, he made the dangerous move of entering the Chinese consulate in Houston, asking to stay in the U.S., and was held captive.
I really thought I was going to die that night.
Lee had to defect. Renowned immigration attorney Charles Foster negotiated Lee's release. Lee went on to star at the Houston Ballet and on the world stage. He married fellow principal dancer Mary McKendry. They started a family and moved to Australia. Then his best-selling autobiography became a movie. Pivotal characters include the Houston Ballet's artistic director Ben Stevenson and his immigration attorney.
Hi there, I'm Lee's attorney.
They all reunited days ago here in Houston for a reception and screening of the film. His words paint a complex life story, from his defection,
Opened the door for a lot of the subsequent Chinese artists leaving China.
to his dance. He hopes inspiring others.
They can shatter these glass ceilings. You can go way beyond the expectations of your own and others place upon you.
Sherman Chow, KHOU 11 News.
North America's largest supermarket chain, focusing on Filipino and Asian foods, has set up shop in Sugar Land.
It is the only seafood city in Texas, actually in the entire South. And Sherman Chow volunteered to visit.
Welcome to Seafood City.
50,000 square feet of groceries, offering Filipino goodness, as the motto says, from raw ingredients to ready-to-eat foods. Store manager Meg Austria gives us the grand tour.
This is our Grill City area.
Flaming up kebabs of chicken and pork, whole squid, salmon fillets, and more.
All of it are fresh.
Plus simple classic dishes like this braised pork.
The Filipino origins came from is this one, the adobo.
Sugar Land boasts the only seafood city in the South, making it a destination for out-of-towners who don't have similar options nearby.
I'm from Oklahoma, she's from San Antonio, and they're from Florida. It's her birthday, we wanted to take her out of town. We're all from the Philippines, born and raised, so we wanted to feed her something that's closer to home.
The business began by selling seafood especially favored by Filipinos, then grew to all kinds of groceries, but that original name stuck. For the uninitiated, it's a treat to explore canned goods and specialty snacks, fruit and produce tough to find elsewhere.
Is it seasoning or vegetable?
Vegetable.
And an ingredient in this bread, baked daily at the bakery. You will see Spanish influences everywhere, including a Filipino version of chicharrones, or fried pork skins.
Philippines been colonized for almost 333 years by Spain.
No surprise, the store is moving to expand its Latino products and market. The company chose the Houston area because of our diversity and relatively large Filipino population. The supermarket can also be an opportunity to try something new, like this shaved ice dessert, topped with ube ice cream made from purple yams, along with Rice Krispies, boba, and more.
We call it halo-halo. In English, it's mix. So if you mix it all together, tastes better.
It's good. In case you were wondering, it is good.
Wonder no more. Sherman Chow, KHOU 11 News.
I love ube. I'm so there.
Back after this.